and Ski plays 2K. Video, and today 2K just released the Prelude trailer to the My Career series, which is the biggest mode in 2K since recent years. And since then, I'm pretty sure all of you guys have watched it if you're all into the 2K news and following them on Twitter. But I'm just here to break down the video because I've seen a lot of things that are going to be different this year just through this trailer alone, and I think a lot of people probably haven't even looked close at it, and this is what this video is going to be for. And so without further ado, let's get into the archetypes, which is this is more NBA Live's type of setup on how to make your player. They kind of stole this from NBA Live. It was in it Live's last year, but Live's not going to make a basketball video games here, so might as well take their ideas. So as you guys can see through these, through the image, they are indeed bringing back caps this year, so it can bring a more realistic sense of realism to the game. For under this archetype, which is basically your whole style of play, under Slasher, you're going to have max out athlete in layups, and they are bringing back the caps, and depending on which archetype you are, is how well you're going to be in that specific area of play. But as we get into the video, you can actually affect the caps by how long your arms are and how tall you are. But I'll get that into the later part of the video. But the next up is going to be Shot Creator. So for Shot Creator, we can already see 3 new badges that weren't in any 2Ks previously before. So first off, let's get into difficult shots. So what is difficult shots? I'm interested in what it is. Is it like a Deadeye on steroids? Because there's Deadeye in this game. There's mid-range Deadeye, and then there's deep-range Deadeye. So I'm pretty sure difficult shots is like you just make bogus like 2K shots. That's basically what the badge is. But then this one's where it gets really interesting. Tireless score. Does this mean that 2K is gonna put fatigue to every time you shoot the shot? Is it gonna make it so your player can't shoot the like 50 shots per game that a lot of people do in Pro-Am? I'm thinking that that's a reason. Because in real life people don't shoot 50 shots per game and like have no stamina decrease. But yeah, let's get into the next archetype. With Sharpshooter, there you can see the deep range Deadeye as I was talking about. This is pretty much like limitless range. I'm assuming. Oh no, there's limitless range and then there's deep range Deadeye. Okay, so that's really interesting. I'm really excited to see what deep range Deadeye is, and they are also bringing back Catch and Shoot, which is kind of a new badge. They had Catch and Shoot in 2K13, but they took it out for some reason. But basically, with Sharpshooter, you're gonna be able to shoot, but you won't be able to make your own shots, which is pretty crummy. Because what are all the power players gonna do? Not that I care, but yeah, you're gonna be able to shoot, but you're not gonna be able to dribble. So what's the point of being able to shoot if you can't make your own shot? So yeah, guys, on to the next archetype. 3-point approach point forward. It's getting pretty evident that each archetype's gonna have the ability or have a couple of skills that are going to be maxed up regardless of how tall or how long your wingspan is, which is pretty. It's I guess you can say it's fair to say that because 2K is really heading into the esports world and they really want to emphasize team play. So with that, let's go on to Lockdown Defender. Lockdown Defender is probably going to be one of the least common to be used in Barg and Pro-Am, but who knows? 2K17, they're really emphasizing strength and being able to push your guys. I heard it's going to be a very much more physical game, and you're going to have a lot more control over your player than you ever going to have in previous 2Ks. You can actually like control how you're moving your arms and how to get position on like rebounding and stuff, and that's really crucial in Pro-Am because I personally have made road to the finals, and that top level that is so crucial in getting position down low because I played center. And so they have defensive stopper, which is a new badge. I wonder what that's gonna do. But last but not least, let's get into glass cleaner. So it appears like glass cleaner is just a mix of inside and a balance center in 2K16. But the only interesting badge that it shows here is Hustle Rebounder, which is probably just a mix of offensive crasher and defensive crasher. So that's not nothing too special. But now let's get into your height. For the first time in 2K, you can actually visually see how your height affects your attribute caps, and the lower height you are, the more shooting you can do. Higher height, the more athletic you are. Vice versa with wingspan. The longer wingspan you have, the better defender you are, and the lower wingspan you have is how well you can shoot and stuff like that. And that's just great because in 2K they didn't actually give you a visualization of how your height or your wingspan affected your game.